Welcome to day 4 of my 7-day self-portrait challenge. I've got a few sketches that I drew the other day. So this is what I've got written down. I started with this big hairy monster in the middle with the 2 stars. And then I drew it in colour because I was like, I just want to see what it would look like. Then I drew a bit of a smiley face on it and I was like, not kind of working. And then I thought about, you know, the visuals that you get with moons and stars and like the crescent moon with the face, and I was like, okay. So I did sort of this kind of thing, drew this out, and then I drew this moon and the star. Then I drew this one at the bottom, which is a pyramid of stars. And I think in day 3's video, I showed you a prop that I made. Now again, I'm not even really sure if I'm going to use it. I feel like maybe I'll have to think of it a bit more when it comes to actually shooting with this. I feel like the idea is not quite solidified in my brain. Is that a really wonky angle? I feel like it might be. There we go. I want to think of this shoot as I'm going to put my face on a moon and my face on a star. So this day is quite experimental. Today's a go with the flow kind of creating day. The first thing that I'm going to do obviously is shoot the images. All I need is some pictures from the side. I'm going to close my eyes, I'm going to smile, a front photo, so really like happy, smiley. I'm using my 35mm and my Sony a7 III. As always, setting it up on my tripod over here. My studio is getting progressively messier as this week goes on. But I'm going to crack out the laptop, connect it to the camera, set on my chair, do my poses, and then take it into Photoshop. Let's go. I've just remembered that I didn't put my lights on for this shot, so I better put those on. Nice and bright now. Do you know what, actually, today I might just shoot it from my phone because I feel like it's going to be quite an easy shoot this. So I have an app on my phone which is the Imaging Edge mobile, and you just pretty much scan the code on the camera, so connect with the camera, scan QR code, join. Takes a little while. You can control the camera with your phone. It doesn't really matter about my hair because I'm going to cut that out, but I just want the facial expressions, so really straight on portrait. So as you can see on the phone, I've got an aperture of 5 here, then I've got a shutter speed of 1/125 and then an ISO of 1000. I think I'm going to turn that down a little bit because it's slightly overexposed, as you can see. But I'm just going to take a test shot. So unlike the laptop where you could press on the screen and it focuses on your face, you probably saw it if you watched yesterday's video where I clicked on the screen and it focuses on, you can obviously focus on your eye, which is what I usually go for. Whereas with this app, you can't click on the screen when you're sat in front of it for the focus. A little bit annoying. I'm waiting for the update. I'm hoping that they're going to bring this in, because with my Nikon you could do that. But it's fine because with the Nikon you couldn't change the settings. What I do to combat that, if you're in this predicament as well, is I put the camera on continuous focus. So if I move my hand in the way now, it will focus on my hand. As you can see, my face is out of focus, but if I move back, my face comes into focus. So the good thing about this app is that you can pull up the images, but it also saves to your camera. So if you press play, it brings up the picture, which I quite like that. So hopefully that's in focus. I'm gonna have to check the back of the camera in a minute because it might be out of focus. Because on the phone it sort of brings up a low res version, which you can't quite tell if it's in focus. So let me take another one. Yeah, it's in focus. That's fine. It's a little bit slow. Oh God. You can click on the play and then that's where it brings up all the photos. So it does save to your phone. I think it actually might save raw photos to your phone, but I'm not sure. Can't remember if it does or not. So I'm going to bring back my chair, head over to the computer, open them up in Photoshop and get editing. I'm quite excited to see this one because it's forming. It's forming in my brain. I feel like it's just coming together a little bit. A quick check-in. It's not going too well. And let me show you what I've got so far. I I've got faith in it. I feel like it might work out, but I'm also a bit like, how am I gonna make this look good? Let me just show you. Here I am as a moon. This is what we're working with. I'm not really sure where I'm taking it, but I will check in again when I've moved forward. I've made it to a point where I really like it, but I just want to add in something. I kind of really want a hand in it, but I don't want to have an actual hand. I'd quite like to have an illustrated hand because I've been using the illustration. So I brought in this image of my hand from an image that I took a few months ago, and I traced it and did this hand. I'm really happy with the way that it looks, but I feel like my hand needs to be in a different position. So what I'm gonna do now is I'm gonna quickly, my camera's still set up over there, I'm going to put my hands on my face like this and get a photo, or maybe a bit wider because the moon is a bit wider. But I really want to get my hands in a position so I can trace them. So I'm just gonna do that now, and then I'm gonna bring it into Photoshop quickly, trace over it and see what it looks like. So I need to put on a timer so I can put my hands like that. I probably could have got a stock photo offline, but I want it to be my hands. And my hands are a specific shape, so I think it's important that it is my hands. I should have a ball. Have I got a ball? Oh my god, I've got a ball. So, because I'm working with a moon head shape, I thought I'd get a ball. That's good, just need to get a proper good position. I'm gonna open it up into Photoshop and see if it's gonna work. It worked. Yay! Very different to what I usually do, but that's the beauty of this project. Challenging yourself, trying something new, and just generally having a bit of freedom with art. That's what I tend to go into this project thinking. So yeah, this is what I've made. Thank you for watching this video, and I'll see you tomorrow for day 5.